Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. It's the Fantasy Football Guru coming at you with my running back top 10 and hot take video. I know it's a little bit early to be doing top 10 rankings. I've been a little bit under the weather. I do apologize if my voice sounds a little bit messed up. I've been a little sick for the past couple of days. Trying to keep it together. But I wanted to release this, even though it's early, because I've done a couple mock drafts. I've looked over the schedules. I've looked over role changes, offensive coordinator changes, schedules. I probably already said that. Little stone, sorry. But this is my top 10 as of right now. In 3.5 months, we'll be waking up on Sunday morning. We'll be getting ready to watch football, NFL Red Zone, setting our lineup. So it's a pretty exciting time. I know it's a little bit early, but this is going to be my first. It's going to be exciting for me to go back to this video closer to the actual draft. I think our draft is August 23rd this year. It'll be interesting to fast forward to like August 14th and see if these rankings are still anywhere close based off of training camp, things like that. So with that being said, I'm going to just give you my top 10 as of right now. And then 3 hot takes on running backs that are not in my top 10 that I think are great draft picks and should really have a lot of attention on them. Right now, there are some guys I watch that are saying their names and they're a little under the radar, but I think these guys are actually league winners this year at running back for people who, if you get these guys as your flex, you're going to be in good shape. So my top 10 running backs as of right now, I'll start with number 10, and that's going to be Chase Brown. I think he's going to have a great season. The Bengals offense is what the Bengals offense is. They're production based. Their defense certainly can't stop anyone, so that does affect the run game. But if they get a lead in the third quarter, I'm sure they're just going to turn to him to kind of run the ball down and win the games. Hopefully they do that, but we'll see. My number 9 running back is Josh Jacobs for the Packers. I mean, just solid running back. I mean, the Packers have like 9 wide receivers and Jordan Love and 2 good tight ends. So I think that helps Jacobs. You can't just focus on Jacobs in a game plan. And he's a multi-touchdown every Sunday potential type of guy. So if you're playing a league where, like we do, where it's standard scoring and touchdowns are very important, Josh Jacobs is a great guy to have as your RB1 or RB2 if you're lucky. Number 8 for me is Bucky Irving. So my take on Bucky Irving is if you go back to the end of 2024 and look at his production. I know Rashad White's there, Rashad White, whatever his name is, doesn't matter. Sean Tucker. But I think this is the year that Bucky Irving actually becomes the almost focal point of that offense. You have aging receivers. They did draft a good young wide receiver. They have a good tight end. They had Jalen McMillan as well. But I think he's going to take over as the main focal point for this offense this year. It's going to shock a lot of people. I think the numbers are going to come down. There's a new offensive coordinator. And I just think he's a really good running back. So, kind of like a LaShawn McCoy, in my opinion, Bucky Irving. I love Bucky Irving this year. I'm very high on him. Number 7 is Christian McCaffrey. As a Niner fan, I don't want him on my team. I hate risk running backs, but he does have league-winning upside. Their schedule is good. If he is 100% healthy, he could potentially be the number 1 player in fantasy this year. That's how legitimate his potential is. The floor should be safe if health is there. He's a great pick for where he's going if you're a back end of the first round type person. If you can get him at 7 or 8 and wrap around and get yourself a really good wide receiver, like an A.J. Brown type or something like that, that's a solid base for your first 2 picks, first 2 rounds. Pretty safe as well. Number 6 for me is my guy, Derrick Henry. I loved him last year. I was high on him. He had a great season. I think he's going to pretty much be close to what he was last year. I don't think he can really do much better. But I don't think he can do much worse either. So that's my guy. Number 5 is a guy it's like sus with Jonathan Taylor. It's my number 5. Like, I love him, but I hate him. If I'm in the back end of the first round, early second round, and he's there, you almost have to take him based off of the floor that he's going to have. It's just going to be interesting to see how that offense shakes out. He's like a hit or miss guy, and it's tough to take a pick like that early on in the draft because that could cost you your season right there, using your early pick on somebody that's not 100% going to get you a solid floor at least with a huge upside. So risky play at 5. I could see him slipping in drafts a lot as we get closer to the season, especially on my list. Number 4 for me is Ashton Genty. It's hard to love a Raiders running back in a rookie year. This kid's not Bo Jackson, but he's got potential to be. That offense is questionable of what they're going to be with the receiving core, with Brock Bowers, with Geno Smith. I think he's going higher than he should in drafts, but also if I'm sitting at 7 or 8 in the first round and he's there, I mean, it's tempting to take him. But I think that his potential is huge. So number 3 for me is Jahmyr Gibbs. It's time for this guy to have an even bigger role. I love Monty, but he's getting older. He seems to get nicked up every year. It's a new offensive coordinator there. I'm not sure how the game plan is going to be, but I think that this team, I think they have the toughest schedule in the NFL this year, which is crazy. I think that you're going to have to go to this kid a lot to stay in the games, to get those electric plays and those chunk plays. This is the guy. I wouldn't argue if somebody took him over Saquon Barkley, who's my number 2. So Jahmyr Gibbs, for me, I think he's going to have a huge volume season. I don't know how great the Lions are going to be. I don't know how successful the team is going to be, but I think he's going to be a focal point. If you watch my wide receiver video that I will post, I will actually, later on my top 10 wide receiver video, you'll see that I'm down on the Sun God this year. I'm down on Amon-Ra St. Brown as a wide receiver this year. Skipping, talking more about the Lions later. Saquon Barkley is my number 2. Again, he's my number 2 just based off of the jinx, the 400 touch jinx, 2,000 yards, all those guys that have those seasons the next year, they never succeed anywhere near close to what they were. That's a real thing. It's happened way too many times to ignore that statistical fact. Also, I don't even want to take Barkley. I don't want to take Barkley. If I have the 1 or 2 pick, I'd rather have somebody else. So he's not my top 2 overall picks in fantasy football. He's probably not even my top 4. He's probably my 5th overall top pick in fantasy. So, but he is my number 2 running back. He's on this list for that sake because, let's be honest, in 99.3% of leagues, he's going to go first. He's going to go first in my draft because I play with 6 Eagles fans in my league, so he's gone. And my number 1 running back, undoubtedly, is Bijan Robinson. I don't need to say anything else, but just look at that guy's statistics at the end of last year when they started to lean on him. He's going to have a massive year. He's the safest play. He's got the highest ceiling, in my opinion. That offense could be high octane, and he's going to be fantastic. So I don't need to talk much about that. And my 3 hot takes real quick. I'm going to just get into this real quick. DeAndre Swift for the Bears. Bears now have the Lions offensive coordinator. He's basically going to have Jahmyr Gibbs' role in the Bears offense. DeAndre Swift is going to have a great year. Book it. If you can get him as your flex, you're locked in, baby. Next running back, R.J. Harvey. He's a Sean Payton running back. We know how that goes. He's in the short passing game, which is the Broncos' game plan with Bo Nix. The PPR leagues, he'll increase his scoring, and he can take sweet passes to the house. Go look at his highlights. This kid's going to be electric for Denver. I could see him in the snow, catching a sweet pass, running down the sideline, going for 80 yards. If you're sleeping on this kid, you're making a huge mistake. I'd take him higher than he's going right now. Honestly, R.J. Harvey's going to be a great year, especially. It could be a huge RB2, flex for sure. Last but not least, Kareem Hunt. This guy's going 184th overall. Isaiah Pacheco's going 80th. That's 104 picks. I think Mahomes feels more safe with Hunt in the backfield. And also, 8 rounds apart is ridiculous. Kareem Hunt had 700 yards, 7 touchdowns in 2024. He's a safe floor. I think he has, again, multiple touchdown potential every week. And it's just something not right with Pacheco. So I think Kareem Hunt is going to have a great year. And he's being drafted 184th overall. What a great spot to get a guy like that for your flex. Solid every week production. So there you guys have it, my top 10 running backs, a couple hot takes on some 3 guys that I think you can steal later on in the draft, and it will help you take it to the house and win that championship right there. All right, guys, the Fantasy Football Guru is out. In about 3.5 months, we're waking up on Sunday, getting ready to watch real football. Hope you guys have a good rest of your Sunday. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the subs, comments, and shares, likes, all that shit. Fantasy Football Guru is out. Peace.